going to trace out the picture of this wolf. It's an interesting diagram with lots of parts. I'm using Logic Trace 2018 and I've selected Tracing Polylines. You can see here that when I'm tracing, I use a red pencil to mark off where I start my trace and where I finish. This also helps to remind me which parts I've traced. Again, I always say a full-size diagram is easy to trace out. This diagram is 24 inches long by about 17-16 inches wide, so the parts are all quite big. When I'm finished tracing out this diagram, I'm going to create one DXF file. Because I'm using two different colors of vinyl, I'm using black and I'm using red. I'm going to take this DXF file and divide up the parts. So I have the parts for the black vinyl cut out and I have the parts for the red vinyl cut out. The vinyl I use is a 24-inch roll, so the black vinyl is 24-inch. But I found a small roll of the red vinyl, which is about 6.5 inches, so I also used that. The hardest part about this project is applying the pre-mask to the vinyl because it's so large. You have to make sure and get it on without any air bubbles, squeegee it out perfectly. And then you remove the backing and apply it to the substrate. And again, you've got to squeegee out all the bubbles. Tracing all these parts is easy. I'm going to take that created file, the final file, and I'm going to load that file into Vectric Aspire 11.0. Here I'm going to check the vector quality and I'm going to pull out the parts that are going to be red and the parts are going to be black, and I'll create two separate files. One will be the black vinyl cut and one will be the red vinyl cut. Here I'm cutting out the black vinyl. What I've done is I've programmed to cut the whole wolf out of the black vinyl, and when the cutting is done, I will remove the parts that I want to be red. You also notice here, as the vinyl is being cut, there's that small white triangle on the bottom right hand corner. That's a test cut to make sure that that vinyl is going to come off the backing. When the cut is complete, I'll remove that black vinyl and weed off the parts I don't want. Here I've loaded in a smaller roll of red vinyl, and that's where I'll be cutting out just the red parts alone. Also, you'll notice right at the end there, bottom right hand corner, there's that test cut. Now I'm going to remove that red vinyl and I'm going to weed out the parts that I want to keep in red. Shown here, I've started to add the red parts to the wolf. Here the image is complete. The pre-mask is applied to the whole image. Here my project is complete. The wolf looks good.